Holy moly, this part is a long one. Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. And we got a whopper of a video here because we are doing two levels in this video. We have Rescue the Princess and Death Star Escape, our two Death Star levels that are on foot anyway. So I try not to stall too long in these levels, but there are a few moments, including one bit where I was like, do I get a mini kit for this or do I not? Oh, I don't. I spend like, I don't know how long I'm there for. So I did have to, had to hit the fast forward button once again. You know, for once though, I'm grateful that this video is 33 minutes long. It's still going to take about 2.5 hours to export. It's still going to take about 9 hours to upload. And this is one of my favourite mini kits to do. So if you go through here, we use this crane. This is one of the few times that they won't actually start firing at you. I'm pretty sure I got the disarm troopers thing on anyway. So we need to kill 10 stormtroopers. You can do this by either dropping those bomb things on their heads, or by throwing them into this hole. This is what I don't get though. This is a hanging bay, like we see in the film. You know, look at this. None of them are getting sucked out with a massive hole. 200 plot holes right there. Nobody is getting sucked out with that hole. How are they breathing? Why is there gravity? You know what? It's a silly sci-fi space film about flashy space battles, aliens, and magical people fighting with laser swords. I don't freaking care. But this is satisfying to do. Takes a bit of time though. 7. I mean, I was trying to see if I could drop one bomb onto 2 stormtroopers, because you can do that. I just wasn't successful there. I'm trying to remember why I paused. I think I just hit the wrong button, but at the same time, how do you hit the wrong button on a Wii remote? So I don't remember why I paused. Rescue the Princess is a level of 2 sides. Well, for the first half of the level anyway, it's got 2 different pathways for you to take. So when we went through here in the story mode, we went across one path and then Obi-Wan took the other path. So he turned off the tractor beam and he used those levers to create that bridge. Now, in order to actually get through this level, you can do one of 2 things. You can either take Obi-Wan's path, which will get you straight there, but you can't take the other path without going along Obi-Wan's path, because you yourself will need to form that bridge. Unless it's possible to make the bridge go along, maybe? I don't know. Because I've always taken Obi-Wan's path first. I did like a little back step. I was moonwalking, or going backwards, one or the other. Wait, is moonwalking going backwards or on the spot? I can't remember. So here's how you get to this. You have to hover over. Although they always say, this is the only time where the AI doesn't go into the astromech droid. Instead it decides to switch to the Jedi character and just does a force leap that you can't do to get over there. That is the only time that ever happens. So this is the pathway we couldn't see. This is really the only time in the game where you get something like this. So yeah, you have other pathways, but they're always really short and stuff like that. But this is like an actual third of the level right here. But in order to get all the mini kits, you will need to take both pathways. This is where I have to spend forever switching it. It's so much easier when you can just use the trigger buttons, but this game doesn't support classic controller. I don't know why. I probably mentioned this in like part 1, but you can actually use the Wii remote to swing around your lightsaber. I don't think it works for anything else. Yeah, you probably can't reach that. I don't think it works for anything else, but you can use it to swing your lightsaber. But trying to get the timing for like the block breaker and stuff is difficult to do, which is why I just press the B button all the time. It would be weird if you could use the Wii remote to fire your blasters as well. It's not going to be reliable. It's not exactly a first-person shooter or Link's crossbow training. No Wii Zapper. I've never seen a Wii Zapper. I want to know what that thing is like to hold. I have GoldenEye. I hate the game, but I could try it with a Wii Zapper. Just to see what it's like. What is it like playing with a Wii Zapper? How did he get over here? But that's its only purpose, is just to be there. So the reason I'm glad that this video is 33 minutes long is I got tired of Jurassic World Evolution. So I was like, right, I've been waiting forever to play Spider-Man. I don't care how many more updates, I don't care how much more DLC they make, although the moment I put Spider-Man in, I then discovered, ooh, new DLC with new dinosaurs, and anything with a Carcharodontosaurus is fine by me. Or it makes me happy. But I am tired of Evolution. I've done the Secrets of Dr. Wu. I've 5-starred all my parks. I just can't do challenge mode. That clocked at 32 miles an hour. Try and get 5 stars in medium difficulty or higher in under 3 hours. I can't freaking do it. I must have wasted almost, well, I don't know how many hours I've wasted trying to do that. I haven't even touched Jurassic difficulty, and now they want me to. Now they're adding it to every single island. Yeah, I don't have to do 3 hours in each one, but I know there's at least one trophy that requires me to do something like that. On hard difficulty in 4 hours. I think it's a different island, but still. Unless it's Isla Penna. Well, that's Isla Penna, so I don't think I like it anyway. Anyway. If you've played Evolution, you'll know what I'm talking about. Obi-Wan, what are you doing? Other Obi-Wan. Yeah, I tried the other Ghost characters. So for this one, I'm using Ghost Obi-Wan. For the next one, I'm using Ghost Yoda, who I still don't like. But Ghost Obi-Wan is fine. I'd say his attacks are a bit more reliable than Anakin's anyway. Or at least his jump attack is. Right, this is something that... This doesn't lead to a mini-kit. I don't know what the door was doing there. This exists. It's a room. It's got a load of hats in it. None of which are useful. So let's put on the Indiana Jones hat that I will lose the moment I switch characters anyway. You've got to destroy those cameras to stop the enemies from coming out, but I'm a ghost. No one can see me. You'd think that the other Force characters could, but they won't. How did I get that one over there? I know I got the Super Jedi Slam, but seriously. So what I'm doing now is I am waiting for Spider-Man to update itself. Now, of course, it's December. Spider-Man came out in September. There's quite a bit to update with my slow internet speed. Oh, Lord. Let's see, we are currently at just about to reach 4.8 gigabytes downloaded. Yeah. Only about 7 gigabytes to go. Yeah, 4.8 out of 12. Only 3 hours or so left. It's already been going for like almost 2 hours. And that's without actually installing the game. It had to do that for an hour as well. Why does it need to install the game if it's on a disc? I don't like that. What's the point? So isn't that why like Nintendo on Nintendo you don't install it if you have the disc? I like it that way because it means I don't have to wait forever. Nope. PS4 and I think PS3 had to do it as well. Just install the game in addition to having the disc. But you still need the disc. You install it, but you still need the disc. I'm not a technical man. I don't know what it all means. But I still find it really confusing. We're about to approach 4.9. There it is, and it's going at the wonderful speed of a little over 1 gigabyte per second. It's going a little over because sometimes it skips on numbers like 11, 13, 14, 15, 17. So it's going a little bit more than 1 gigabyte a second, but that's still really, 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 really slow. So slow. The fact that it says 1.11 is really terrifying me because it makes me think that it's then going to install something else. It's like once it reaches 100%, well then it's going to actually install the thing, and that's probably going to take like an hour or so. And then it's going to do something else. Like, is it going to just then boot up the game, or is it going to do something else? I really hate that you can't just update the game while you're playing it, if the base game is still there. If the base game is still there, why can't I just play the base game for a bit? I guess that would mess up the installation process or something. And 5 gigabytes. I'm sorry, this is actually more interesting than Lego Star Wars is right now. I have played this game so many times. I know Let's Players always say, make sure that you do a test playthrough so as practice first. But it's a bit, that's really annoying to do when the game you're playing for the Let's Play, you've got to do it 4 times. Story mode, free play mode, challenge mode, super story mode. Of which I've now started. I've done the Phantom Menace. It's so much nicer being able to do that in half an hour, but you got to do Return of the Jedi in an hour. That's how much longer the levels are. Right, see this part. This part right here. I spent forever here because I cannot aim with this thing. You have to fire around, you push up on the control stick, and the controls aren't inverted. There may be a way to do it, I don't know. So, this is how long it's and all you can do is just go around. You have no idea, your depth perception, you can't tell where it is you're aiming. And I keep getting confused as to whether I'm aiming up or down. In some cases you barely get any chance to shoot any of them. And you don't even get a mini kit for this. That's what I went up here for. But nope, all you get are studs. There's another thing. You do a test playthrough of Lego Star Wars 2 and you still don't remember what you get. The ones coming towards you are the only ones I can hit. And that's all you get from it. I've already got like 7 million studs by this point, however many I have. I don't need this again. I hate that part. This is weird. The doors... Apparently these doors are timed, but they will close after a few seconds. Like, what was that? Because I hit both... I pulled down both of those handles. That one stayed open. Why doesn't this one stay open? And with the stud magnet, I can get through. I can get most of the stuff inside without opening the door. But still, I don't get it. Wow, they just let this guy starve to death. I wonder if they had any other prisoners. Because the Death Star had only just been completed. I'm guessing there was no other prisoners. Bit weird when they end up just killing most of the people they get on the Death Star anyway. So like even this one, and yet this one stays open. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't care. I'm going back. I've got one warm hand, one cold hand for some reason. Whoa, Leia's face disappears when you do that. We got the tractor beam. One of the more useful, but also one of the most annoying power brick things you can get. Useful because all of the enemies now just get pulled towards you. I'm not sure if this applies to the prequels or at least Gunship Cavalry, but in the original trilogy, It all gets pulled towards you now. So, and when they do that, they can't shoot you. The problem is, it constantly makes this buzzing sound. It's just like this deep... It never stops. Oh, we actually have a timer now. 113 minutes. It never stops. And you do get it when you collect the Powerball. So it's useful, but at the expense of having to constantly listen to... But what's weird is that when you're playing... well, the next level. I don't actually get it for the next level, but... when you're doing Rebel Attack... when you're going down the trench and you have like Darth Vader and the stormtroopers coming after you, they will actually get stuck on the tractor beam. You can destroy the other TIE fighters, but you can't destroy Darth Vader. Right, Death Star escape. So I chose Yoda Ghost for this. Now we have living Obi-Wan, or living Ben Kenobi. Again, during this section, you can actually hear that whatever it is that lives in the rubbish for no explained reason whatsoever. So something that isn't explained. Is that 100 plot holes as well? That seems to be how it works. Anytime something isn't actually explained, that's apparently a plot hole. When it doesn't affect the plot in any way. I just want to know why this thing is down here. I don't even care what it is. I just want to know why it's down there. For my high jump character, not that it means anything here, I got Captain Tarples. So he's more useful than Jar Jar because he has an actual attack. It's not a very useful attack, but he has an attack. You can play as Boss Nass as well. He isn't that useful. I think he punches. I don't think he has like an actual blaster or anything. I think all he does is punch. But he also doesn't jump very high. I mean, don't blame him. Look at the guy. He doesn't he just punches and he has this one single jump. So he is useless. The only way you can be yet less useless than that is when you're Chancellor Palpatine. Because he can't do anything. He can jump and that is it. Right, but anyway, this section. So I knew what to do this time. So it doesn't get stuck. This is still really annoying. And why is it that Yoda is capable of pushing this thing without his lightsaber out so much faster than he walks without his lightsaber out? I hate Yoda's gameplay. I don't like it in either Lego Star Wars. Like in Lego Star Wars 1, he's really fast, but the problem is that he still uses the walking stick when you don't have your lightsaber out. But, and only in that game, if you jump, that hovering chair that he uses for a few seconds in I think Attack of the Clones, that's the only time we see it, he will actually use that. And you can move so much faster. It's again, you've got to put up with the rather annoying hovering sound, which isn't even as loud as the tractor beam, but it's so much faster. It's faster than normal playing speed. The AI always uses it, and I wish that it was in this game. You can't even use it in Lego Star Wars 1's levels. I mean, I would question why it's on Dagobah, but you can't use it in Lego Star Wars 1's levels. So instead, Yoda will get out his lightsaber, and that makes him faster. But again, in Lego Star Wars 1, he doesn't use the walking stick. He does what we see him do in Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, the thing that makes me wonder why he uses a walking stick in the first place. The thing that makes the fact that he uses a walking stick 600 plot holes. But yeah, he flips and jumps and does everything. It makes fighting with Yoda kind of awkward because you think that that would be counted as a jump. It doesn't. Well, it does and it doesn't at the same time. Like, you can still perform a double jump when you do that. Like, you can jump in the midst of that, but you can't perform your single jump attack. If you jump again, because if you hit attack while he's doing that jumping around, it will just count as a regular attack. But if you then jump again during it, that will count as the double jump attack. You have to do the single jump from a standstill, which is very hard to do because it's not like he tiptoes like all the other characters can do in this game. He'll just jump right into the air. So again, it's fast, but it's so unreliable, and that's the super thermal detonator at work there. It's not really that much difference. So it's like, in one game, I love the hover chair, but I hate when you have the lightsaber out, and in this game, you don't have to worry about all that. Doing a single jump attack is a lot easier, but everything else sucks, because you don't have the hover chair. When he gets his lightsaber out, he still uses the walking stick, when he clearly doesn't need it. Why does Yoda use a walking stick? So like that. This is a lot easier to use, but you're still limited with your speed. You're slower, you feel heavier. But I can still push quickly. So look at that. Why is that a thing? Because in LEGO Star Wars 3, something that game actually does well is Yoda. Because he actually runs. With or without the lightsaber, I believe. He actually runs. It's like, yes! Why wasn't this there before? When we can see what Yoda does without the walking stick. We see him jumping around all over the place. Why does he use a walking stick? I could maybe understand it in the original trilogy, but not in the prequels. But also in the original trilogy, we never get a chance to see Yoda do anything. So it's like, can he still perform all of his moves? We don't know. We know he's a lot older, but at the same time, it's like what, 22 years, I think, however a year works in Star Wars. So, how long is that to Yoda? Because Yoda dies at like 900 years old. Really, guys? But I do keep forgetting that I have the carrots. It's like, it's something, even though it's right there, it's something you quickly forget about. It's like, they should be shooting me, but they can't. But you see a stormtrooper and you're like, right, get rid of them first. You just keep forgetting about it. And they do like to keep coming through certain doors. You can close this down when it opens up very shortly. And this I don't remember. I don't remember this in LEGO Star Wars 2. And I think all they did is they dropped... I couldn't see what they did. And it's like at the very last moment, as I went across, I very briefly glimpsed that blue stud. But it was too late. So we can go over here. There's no way of getting over there. Even R2 can't make that. So don't bother with it. And any Imperial officer can use this. So it could be a Stormtrooper, it could be Grand Moff Tarkin, it could be any of the Imperial officers, the TIE fighter pilots, Darth Vader, the Emperor. We now know clone troopers can as well. But not Darth Maul, Count Dooku, or General Grievous. I don't get it. Can't Jango Fett and Boba Fett use it? Then Jango is the template, Boba's a clone as well. I guess it's the helmet. Clones! Roger, roger. Oh no! Whatever will I do? This section is an absolute joke when you have a ghost character. So we can go up here and there is a Minikit up here. The only problem with using a ghost character here though is that the stormtroopers, when you get to the part where you're bringing the Millennium Falcon up, and then you have like the wave of stormtroopers appear, they will go through the door. So that they'll go through the door and come back, and you will have to then chase them through this area in order to get the Millennium Falcon to open up, because apparently that's how it's programmed. But they'll never go further than that tunnel that we chased that one stormtrooper down. And there's a lot less stormtroopers in the original film. Like that is a special edition reference. Because there's some stormtroopers, but there's only like 3 or 4 of them. Now Darth Vader is here, but Obi-Wan isn't. Thing is, I can turn into Obi-Wan. When we last met, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. Only a master of evil, Darth. He keeps winning for a while. Thing is, one hit kills him. There we go. That's it. He's dead. That's it. That's the end of it. Darth Vader is dead. He can't even come back to life because we can't even rebuild him. Because every piece just disintegrated. 6.2. 95 minutes left. Oh, this is exciting. I do always have to wait. Just to pick up the studs, I have to wait. And weirdly, the stormtroopers actually take their time to come down. Like, I swear nothing happens like the first 2 times I lift it up. And I think this is our last mini kit. Yep. So it's everything, now we just have to open the door. But there is another door off to the side. It doesn't do very much. But there is a door off to the side. But first, just take out the stormtroopers, or take out any stormtroopers that I come across. You there. So again though, we saw the hanging bay in the previous level. Why does it look completely different, and how did the Millennium Falcon end up in this thing? See, this is what I mean. You won't get any of the stormtroopers from the previous room come in here. Like, they'll follow you in there when you first go through it after building the wall, but other than that, they won't come through. Right, this is a thing. I keep throwing thermal detonators in here. Although this one clips through the floor. And it takes a very long time to blow up. Like, eventually you will see the ground shake. Like that. That was when it went off. That was a very long time. I don't know why it clipped through the floor, but that's what happened. Right, this thing is still a pain to steer. Don't know why he's facing the wrong way. So close, so close. Oh, I was too slow. Let's try it again. No, I went on top of the rail. Third time lucky. Now I somehow missed the first one and the last one. 4. Yay! And finally, we just have to take out the last bunch of stormtroopers. Again, this is something I think they really overdo in LEGO Star Wars 2. Just the number of levels where you can't progress a very small way without having to take out a load of stormtroopers. When they're infinitely respawning, it's annoying, but at the very least, there's only so many. So this guy I had to follow through. Hey, it's not for riding, unless you're me. But it's when you have to keep fighting enemies over and over again. Even though when they do continually respawn, well, that's just an inconvenience. It makes it take even longer. When it's like this, you have to do this between almost every time you raise the Millennium Falcon. Here it's not so bad because I'm invisible, but when you have to keep doing it over and over again, like in story mode, it gets really annoying. That's it, we can finally finish the level. Eventually. Come on, Yoda. Yay! I mean, I'm a ghost. It's not a particular... And I don't lose studs now when I die. It's not particularly useful. It's expensive, though. It costs 1 million studs. In LEGO Star Wars 1, it cost 1 million studs, and it took forever to get. You had to really grind for it. In LEGO Star Wars 2, it was dropped to 900,000 studs. But in this, it's back up to 1 million. 3, I don't remember. A lot of things are expensive in 3, but it doesn't really mean anything with how easily you can come across studs in that game. So you can reach the trillions by the time you finish the game, 100%. It is amazing when you actually reach the trillions. This was well after I bought everything as well, and I still hadn't collected all of the studs. That's what those very repetitive battle arenas can do. Okay, I forget what I buy this time. Probably just the extras I just unlocked. So there's the invincibility, the tractor beam. We also got super lightsabers, so now we can all have Mace Windu's lightsaber. And I decided to switch to Ayla Secura because why not? Obviously we can't really show her off in the next level, but you know, she was here. She's a character exclusive to this. You can't play as her in LEGO Star Wars 1. You play as her in 3. Alright, next up, Rebel Attack. So I will see you guys then.